Let's create a very simple Vue application. So first we're going to create a directory from the command line. So we'll say let's make directory Vue tutorial, and we're going to go in that directory, and we'll notice that there's nothing in there, it's empty. We're going to open it up with our favorite IDE or text editor. So I'm going to use Sublime Text and say open. I'm going to navigate to the directory we just created. Left of Vue tutorial. And right now there's nothing in there. We're going to create a brand new file in there. We can say file, new file, and we're going to save it as an index file. So this will be index.html. We'll make it into a proper HTML document, Vue tutorial. Maybe put a heading here saying that this is a Vue tutorial. Then from the command line, we can see that now in our directory we have our index file. We can open up with our favorite browser. There it is, it just says Vue tutorial. Maybe we can put that right next to our Sublime so we can have a side-by-side layout so that we can edit our file on the left and then see the changes on the right. Let's now copy a couple things from our slide. We're going to load the Vue library. So right in the head over here, we're going to inline a script tag here that's going to load the Vue framework from this unpackage.com view. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. So we have script, unpackage.com. So there we have. So we have the library all loaded up, but it's not really doing anything just yet. Let's keep going. Let's now declare a div here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to dynamically inject content to this div. We're going to give a unique identifier to this div. I think this could be anything. So typically we can use the app identifier, and then we'll use the Vue library to dynamically add content programmatically into this div. Very common in a single page application. So to do that, we're going to create a script tag, and in this script tag, we're going to declare a local variable. We'll call it app. And what we're going to do in this app is I'm going to use the Vue class to instantiate a brand new instance of a Vue application. And what this Vue application takes as argument a single JSON object that allows us to configure the application. One of the things that we can configure is what is this application tied to in the DOM. So we're going to tie this Vue application to this div over here, so that the Vue application can inject content, right? Can manipulate the content of this div. So to do that, we use the el attribute, right, for element. It says what is the element that this Vue application is tied to. So here we're going to give a CSS selector saying that we're going to reference this div that has this unique identifier app. Right? So it's the hash because it's an ID. It's ID, and the ID is value is app. So now this Vue application is tied to this div. The second thing that we can do here is that we can define the state of the application, or at least the initial state, using the data attribute. And the data attribute is a JSON object where you can declare any number of state variables. In this case, we're going to declare one single variable, call it message, and then you can assign arbitrary values to this. In particular, we can maybe assign a string, and we'll say maybe hello from Vue. Okay. Then from within the template, within the DOM, we can reference variables in the state of the application using this escape character sequence, which is a double curly bracket. And we're going to reference whatever variables we declare in the data operator. So we say here message, we save that. All right, so basically here we are referencing with a double curly brackets, sometimes referred to as a mustache. That looks like a sideway mustache. We're referencing variables that are declared in the state of the application. So if we go back in here, we refresh, we see that the content of the message variable now is used to render dynamically on the DOM.